Good afternoon, everyone. State Senator Eric Berthel coming to you from your state capitol building. Today is Thursday, February 9th. We are very much into the legislative session for 2023 with a lot of different committee meetings and public hearings going on. Today we were called in to take action on a very important piece of legislation that contains a few different components. School lunch funding for all of our public schools to the end of the school year, a clean energy hydrogen grant program, special education funding for excess costs that many towns experience as they provide some special ed services. This has been a very large issue of concern within the 32nd District. Adjustments to the bottle bill and management of the state employee candidate list. But most importantly in this bill today, we are continuing fiscal policies and practices that were developed, as some of you may remember, back in 2017 when the Connecticut State Senate was tied with an equal number of Republicans and Democrats. We brought forth a compromise budget in that year that established these very important caps, if you will, these limits and restrictions on what we can do with your taxpayer money. And one of the most important pieces of this were caps on the amount of money that we could bond in the state of Connecticut. With passage of this bill today, we will extend those covenants and protections for another 5 years with an automatic renewal for another 5 years unless the future legislature takes action. Why is this important to you? First of all, it should help to restore some trust with you in your government and how we are spending and managing your taxpayer dollars. And second, this one piece, this bond cap today, will absolutely control and prevent excessive spending in Connecticut. And that is so critically important as we move forward and we look at what appears to be a very promising fiscal future. Republicans did this in a bipartisan way when we were tied in the Senate back in 2017. It was this budget that was so incredibly important that has gotten us to where we are almost 5 years later. The continuance of these bond covenants today for essentially another 10 years will help to protect Connecticut's future, help us to get past what will inevitably be another recession or a downturn in the economy. And I'm very proud to have supported this measure today in the Senate, and this bill passed the House earlier as well. I'll be back to you with additional updates throughout the legislative session. Please feel free to follow me on my website at senatorberthel.com. And if you have questions or concerns, please call my office or send us an email. Thanks a lot. See you soon.